you might be clicking on this, being like, okay, what kind of clickbait is this? You're wondering like, is he telling the truth? This and that. Yes, I am telling the truth. I have proof. I'm going to show you in 1 second. Tai Lopez copied me word for word, same business model, same advertising, everything, word for word. And I was just as shocked as you might be. So I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you how I feel about it. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Now, it's about a month ago when this happens, and it's a little bit overdue. This video, I didn't record a video. I just got around to it right now, obviously. But it happened about a month ago. I think it was the 18th of June, where a friend texted me. They say, "Hey, you might want to check this out." I just got this email from Tai Lopez. Something about your stuff in it. I go, "What? What's going on with my stuff?" And Tai, that doesn't make any sense. I don't do anything with Tai Lopez. And so he forwards me the email. I get the email, and the email reads like the whole thing, like the entire email reads like word for word, bar for bar, my offer, my copy, etc. But like remade and copied for Tai Lopez, exactly. And so I'm like, wow, that's super weird. Like, why would that be the case? And so I go and look, and I'm like, that the writing sounds super familiar, because at the time I didn't fully realize. So I go and look at my Twitter, and I pulled up from a month prior. It was May 15th that I put it out. I put a long thread out, and the email is basically ChatGPT'd from my thread into an email, like word for word, exact same stuff. And so first off, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's weird. What? Why are you copying me, bro? Like that's odd. Like you're one of the most infamous, big, famous, whatever you want to call it, advertising, online course seller type, whatever. Why are you copying me? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. So I start to dig into it a little bit more. I start to dig into like what's Tai doing, what's Tai working on, and does he actually have pages, and what does it look like, right? Because the business model is faceless pages, and I'll tell you guys about that in a second. And I look at it, and I'm searching through, and he talks about how he owns this one page at e-commerce. I'm like, oh, that's a good name. And I go to the page, and it's got 5,000 followers, and I'm just looking at it like, why? Like, why does it? Like, why are you doing this? Like, okay, it's one thing if you have a big page like I do. I have 19 pages. I have 19 pages. I have 4 million followers on those pages scattered around. That's not the biggest network, but it's a really strong one that makes a good amount of money, $30K a month as a side hustle. It's managed for me by my team. I don't touch it. I don't look at it. And so I'm looking at Tai do this, and I'm like, what the heck? This is be like somebody that is new to the online business space, like launching some mediocre little offer and little thing about like you be in sales for a month, and you decide you're a sales expert because you had a good month, and you go and launch a coaching program on it. That doesn't make any sense to me. He doesn't have any results with it. It didn't really register. And so I went and tweeted about it or whatever. I made a little bit of noise. He responded. His response was funny. I don't really remember it. You can go look it up on my Twitter. But the interesting thing here is like Tai Lopez, the person that was the made the biggest waves on YouTube, the biggest in the ad space. Him and his team copied my advertising, my copy, my product, an idea, whatever, word for word. And I'm looking at it like I'm not even mad. I'm really looking at this quite positively. Like, that's kind of cool. I look at it, it's like, that's kind of cool. If you are copying me, that means I'm doing something right. That means my clients are getting the best stuff. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Everything on the internet, especially with personal brands and advertising and these offers, works from the origin and the source. Okay? And so, I saw people building pages, and I started to build pages. This is like 5-6 years ago now. And on top of that, it's like I iterated. I learned how. I built systems. I built processes. And then people come in, they see it's working, and then they go and copy and do their own thing. This happened with my agency too. There's multiple people that saw what we were doing at our agency and went and copied. There's multiple people that have seen what we're doing at Launch Socials for Personal Brand and have gone and copied. And now there's people like Tai Lopez the biggest in the space, seeing what we're doing and copying it word for word, the exact same offer. And it's interesting to me because Tai went and he did all this, and he went and bought retail things. And he's come back, and apparently it's that good of an opportunity that everybody should be doing faceless pages. Tai himself, right? And so clearly, I've been doing something right for the past 5-6 years. I've always known that, obviously, but he's the biggest info product guy ever, and now he's doing it too. And so that to me says something. That to me says, wow, for the past 6 years has been good, and there's now big competitors coming into the space trying to compete with us and do what we do. That means we just doubled down, and we're making all the money because we have the best testimonials, we have the best case studies, we have the best results, we have the best systems and processes, we have the best team, and we get the best results for social media brands and faceless pages and personal brands. We do. We simply do. And when it comes to source, we are the source for that. Everyone else is pretty much just looking and copying, looking and copying, looking and copying. And if you're growing your personal brand, you should want to be the source. People like Tate are the source. Tai was the source. Cardone, he's the source. They do their thing. They're 1 in a million, and they just go and they put it out there. I don't copy anybody. I'm my own source. I'm constantly dialing in and figuring out a little bit more of like, here's who I am, and this is the type of video I want to make, and this is what I want my brand to look like, over and over and over and over again. And if you're going to be a personal brand, you want to go for the source. And that's what we teach people at Launch Socials for personal brands. Now, what do I think happens from here? Like, what's going to happen? And by the way, before I talk about this, I want you guys to know what faceless pages are. Because some of you might be new, just finding me. Faceless pages are Instagram pages. I'll pop up one of mine. Okay, I'll pop it up right here. I don't know if I already have. Maybe I have already in the video or not, but I'll pop it up right here. It's a big page that I've grown. And what we do is we take content that's already gone viral, and we rehash it, we remake it, and we make it our own. We materially change it to be a piece of content that goes and makes a new wave with a proven piece. And we do it without showing our face. Sometimes we post original stuff. Sometimes we post news. We're building a brand. We're basically building a media asset at the end of the day. We monetize it with advertising and by selling our own products or doing affiliate. Like I said, I have 4 million followers, 19 pages. I make about $30K a month on autopilot. It's a side hustle. I'm actually starting to build some new pages right now. I'm jumping back into that a little bit further. But that's the business model. Now, what happens from here? I'm not going to do anything. I have no real beef with Tai. Maybe I'm like, I feel some type of way about it a little bit, but we can squash that, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. He can do his thing. I'll do my thing. Maybe we'll collab or something. It would have been cool. If he had never done pages before, it would have been cool for him to maybe like, instead of copying me, like hit me up and be like, yo, dude, like it would be cool to run something. That would have made a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, I don't care too much. My response is, have at it. I know I'm better at it. I know, because your page is 5,000 followers. I know I'm better at it. And so, Tai, if you want my help, you want to grow pages the right way, you should hit me up, bro. I will help you out. I will get your e-commerce page balling. I will get it massive, just like all my pages. And, in general, I'm pretty positive about it. I know that if competitors are coming to the space, that means people are in the space and want something like this. And that's just going to bring more and more people to me. And we're going to be able to help people and deliver a top quality service that nobody else can do. And we're going to be able to do it a lot because I know we're the best at it. I know 100% we're the best at it. And so my response is, bring it on. I'm positive. Let's do it. Look, guys, if you want to start a page, you want to help with your personal brand, links below. I'll help you guys out. I am recording a video almost every single day. Don't throw any shade at Tai Lopez. Okay, by the way, this is a side note. Don't throw any shade at Tai Lopez. It's all good. It's fine. But I'm recording a video almost every single day. If you want more videos just like this, you want to know more about faceless pages, you want to know more about how I think and how I started business 5-6 years ago, dropped out of college, and have grown to this point and going to keep going. We've done multiple millions of dollars in revenue on the internet. Please subscribe and follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter if you want more of my day-to-day insights. All my links are below. You can apply below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.